balance appropriately. Maybe as a policy decision, we go back and revisit it later. So I don't think we have to necessarily make the choice now, but if it's something where we say, well, where we have to direct, I guess, once we hire someone, can we change their role at all, or are we kind of locked into inspection or code enforcement?
For the halftime position that we're talking
Yes.
about, I mean, if you hire a halftime position, I would hope that we would be able to hire someone with the assurance that that's what the village wants and not change it in 6 months to.
Okay.
Right. I mean that to be fair to the person coming in, you
Okay,
wouldn't
so-
want that ambiguity out there.
Okay.
And that's my opinion at least.
Yeah.
I just wanna make sure there's clarification, under the proposed 4.5 FT model, does that include or exclude contract services for like electric commercial inspections, right?
Well, so that all depends on, so
I think we
ideally,
need to clarify that still.
right, ideally we could hire someone with that. That's a very rare occurrence and we were lucky to have that in-house, and that's why I had projected that we're gonna need the additional contracted services. In any job description we put out there, I would definitely say that's a preferred quality. Whether or not we can get that, I think, is a better question. So I would expect that we probably still have to contract out for that specific skill, just based on my interaction with other municipalities, but I don't know if that helps or confuses things, but I would like to have that back. I just don't know that that's a realistic expectation.
So I don't remember what option this was, but, so if we have one inspector, and we have one full-time code enforcement officer, correct, right this moment?
Correct.
Okay, and we're contracting out for some
For the commercial.
right? So if, I think it's almost, we're gonna need to come to some agreement on what the functions, I know everyone wants to leave it up to the administration, but it will matter on whether it's 4.5 or 4. And the reason I say that is, I haven't heard anyone say code compliance is off the table, like we don't want the service at all, or anything like that. So the scenario is, you could take the code compliance officer who also does some inspections right now and split his time, and then contract out, so you'd stay at 4, and contract out for the remainder of the services, whatever the staff feels is important, based on workload. Or you could hire someone half-time, keep the code compliance officer, and then so you're gonna end up at the same budget. You're not gonna save any money. The only way to really save money is, unless I'm saying this wrong, is to move the code compliance officer to be half-time,
Right.
right?
We're at halftime.
So I'm supportive of the 4, because you get 1.5 inspectors, a half-time code enforcement, and then enough half-time flexibility to continue contracting out. Is that correct? Because then you'd be at 4.5, but the 5 is the contract.
I was
out
gonna
part.
say, so you're at 4 in-house but 0.5 contracted. So
Correct.
in that scenario, it's still
And then you're
4.5.
keeping your electrical, your commercial ability to contract that out without losing the savings.
What is the general ballpark savings in our budget for a half a position less even contracted, or is it 40,000, 50,000?
Well, I got on the
You have it on the
intro
sheet.
list as
90 and then.
40 to 55,000, depending on exactly
Right.
what we do. And again, at this stage of the game, we're not gonna know the answer to the qualifications of the prospective rehire, because and we're not gonna know, but we can,
Right.
it's a ballpark estimate, and we'll find what actually happens.
I think we've given, I think there's a
I think there's been some
majority.
direction here,
There's
is
a
between
majority.
40 to 50,000,
Yeah,
to reduce out of the salary and wages line. And I think at that,
benefits, yeah.
and
Yeah, when we get down, I wanna reflect, when we get to the cuts, that this isn't just now off the it's part of the service cuts. And
Sure.
if we're gonna be cutting, let's see the public see all our cuts that
Sure.
we're taking.
yes,
And,
yeah, so I'm not
it's-
proposing to change this in the form that it is, but to bring, what I am hearing is that there's a majority at the table who is supportive of exploring that $40,000 to $50,000 cut. Personally, I would like to go back, because I haven't had the fortunate experience of working with Bart Moore on this since the last time it was in front of the board, because I do think that there's a level of detail that goes behind the service to provide moving forward, but I think this is good direction for the night. On this particular topic, trustee Amanda, it's 8 o'clock right now.
I was gonna ask if people wanna take a break, and then we can, come back and do other public safety and DPW. And, you know, we actually are maybe at about 10% of our gap we've done so far. Yeah, and then we have, capital. I don't know if we're gonna get to utilities tonight, but let's try to at least get through DPW and capital, and then we'll see what we think.
Yeah, I would prefer, to do as much as we can and then make a decision at the end, what we wanna do with the remaining items, then try to make them condensed into not getting the questions answered. That's my
Yes.
preference.
If there is a desire, on behalf of the board, I would strongly recommend that if there is more time that you need in order to go through this budget, that we be planning in advance for an additional meeting in advance of October 22nd.
If there's a lot on that list also.
I do.
So if, again, I don't know who's gonna be,
Yeah, she's gonna do it.
the chair of the, trustee Menta probably could.
Or October 15th.
If there's too much on the list that you feel like we're not gonna get through on that wrap up, and maybe discuss it with Rebecca and just advise us as to.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you about the deadline, because, you know, there's 700 and something thousand that we have to find.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I told you before, none of us are in favor of 6.4% levy
Right.
increase. None of us are, and I'm not sure how many of us are in favor of just shifting cost over to get to a 2% or 1.5%. So, I mean, we have a lot of work to do, so I don't know, I mean, maybe at the end of this meeting, we should assess where we are and if we need to schedule some other
Yeah.
dates. I don't know.
There's another
I'd be
date
glad to do that.
decide.
Yeah.
Are we meeting this Wednesday?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought, I still had it on my calendar from the St. Roberts thing, so
We're
I
not,
was confused.
yeah, we don't have to for St. Robert's.
Got it, so.
So the St. Roberts has been canceled. So if you did decide, I don't know what availability is of
Do
other
we-
people, but
Do we
we
need?
would have sufficient time to notice it.
We
If we
would,
put it out tomorrow. We would need 24 hours.
so we would?
Yes, if we post it tomorrow morning.
Let's take a talk about it a bit later,
It's
yeah.
fine.
Quick.
Thank you.
Okay, so are we gonna be back in 5 minutes?
Yes.
Yes.
I feel like it's over.
Class, line up and, you know.